welcome to the Connected Growth Coaching Podcast, where we support women to rediscover who they are so they can thrive in all parts of their lives. Your hosts, Jen Heilman and Amanda Kingsley, share with you unique life coaching resources centered around the power of the mind and the ancient practice of feng shui.
Woo! All right, Friday, we made it. We're almost through. Exciting.
Yeah, we've both had a busy morning too.
Yeah, busy week. Feels a little crazy this week, right? And I think that a lot of people are feeling it.
I was in X-ray this morning.
Yes, that was another little tidbit.
Daughter's wrist is not broken.
Good. Very good.
Yeah,
oh my
for
gosh.
a much easier coming weeks. It is Friday though, and what's more exciting to me is not that it's Friday, but that it's the turn of the month.
Yes, February 1st.
Yes.
Woo!
So one of the biggest reasons I get excited about the turn of the month is that I love fresh starts. Hello, Instagram Live. Giselle, I hope I'm saying your name right. So I love the turn of the month. I love it because I love a fresh start. I am an ever hopeful, passionate, devoted, committed person who's like, it's all right, we'll just start fresh. We'll just start fresh.
Start again.
So a Friday on the turn of the month is very exciting. So Jen and I, with our VIP clients, we use a process about setting measurable monthly goals. And we just kind of wanted to walk through that with you because what happened this morning is as the month turned, I looked at January's goals and said, wait a second, what happened there?
Right.
FYI, we did not hit the goal that we wanted. Mm-hmm. That's okay. It happens. We're starting fresh today. But the more important piece is what's the process?
Right.
What did we learn? What
Right.
did we figure out?
Mm-hmm.
What did we notice? And so we thought it might be helpful to you to take a peek at this measurable monthly goal sheet that we use with our continuing clients. And we do check-ins with them as to where they're at. But, you know, we're better at checking in with our clients than we are checking in with ourselves.
Exactly.
So we let some things slip last month that we're not going to let slip this month. So now in this goal sheet, we are talking, again, the word measurable is very important. We're talking about not like a lifelong goal, not a purpose, not a why, not a mission, not an everyday thing. Hi, live viewers. So glad you're here. We're talking something measurable, like a number goal, something that you can prove was complete. Right. It can be like booked a vacation, hit a monthly income mark, visited, meditated every day, something that's measurable, provable.
Right.
And so that's what we're talking about when we say setting a measurable monthly goal. Now, there's so many reasons we set goals. Right? So one of the reasons
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Right. I'm just
yes,
talking.
Amanda. Yes, I'm listening. Tell me.
Which is what I always do.
It's so good. I need it. She's my life coach, so it's all good. I'm going to sit in with you guys.
So when we set measurable goals, when we set any goals, we pay attention, right? We see the things we're looking for. We show up to ourselves. We show up to the world in a way that has purpose and inspired action and accountability. So when we don't set a goal, we're just in hope land, right?
And just kind of randomly. Yeah, I would like to make more money this month. It's just totally random though. Like how much money do you want to make, right? And how are you going to get it done? Right?
Exactly. Exactly. So hope is a beautiful thing, but not if you don't take action.
Right.
And so setting these measurable goals allows you to break it down, put it into pieces, and take action. And that's what we want for you, whatever your goal is. So love the hearts.
Aww.
They really are inspiring.
I know. I love that.
For our podcast listeners, it is fun. Maybe you'll have to pop on live with us someday. So measurable monthly goals, set the goal. Then I want you to lay out the actions. What are the actions you need to take to hit this goal? So this is an empty, fresh sheet, but I will give you an example. I just did mine for February, right? I need to launch a program. I need to focus on screening quality leads. I did mine, Jen will do hers, but us.
Goal number 1, February 1st, Jen needs to do measurable goals worksheets. So I will do it with you guys.
That's awesome. We want to be consistent with Facebook Lives. We want to be consistent with Instagram stories.
Consistency is a huge thing, right? Just being figuring out what those actions are that you want to take, right? And first setting the goals, then taking the action, and being consistent with the action, right? Because I think so many of us fall into this, this whole rhythm of, you get really strong and you do it for the first week, or maybe you even just do it on Monday. And then by Tuesday, it's already spun out. Your week is spun out. The excuses start. And, we all fall victim to that, right? Totally. And so it's, having this work in front of you and doing the workshop or the worksheet and just having that in front of you and then placing it, doing a little feng shui, right? And having those visible reminders up on the bathroom mirror or in front of you on your desk, or when you flip open your laptop, it's right there in a sticky note, to take that consistent action, right?
That was the biggest feedback I got from myself last month was I didn't review my goals enough. So I set my measurable goal. I decided what the actions were to hit it, but I didn't review it enough. And so I missed consistency on the actions.
Right.
If I had been reviewing it, I would have hit the consistency with the actions and hopefully would have hit the goal, right? Mm-hmm. So I noticed I'm actually writing a book and I have a spreadsheet that helps me stay accountable to myself. If I look at that spreadsheet, there are lots of Mondays and Tuesdays. I do a lot of writing on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then I get to the end of the week and it falls out and I'm like, fresh start. We'll start again next week. The book for me is more of a hobby, so it's not something I'm completely committed to, but I do want to complete it. And my goal is to write every day. So because I'm not thinking about it all the time, I'm not staying consistent. And we get that excited push at the beginning of the month. And what we want for you is to hold on to that exciting push.
Exactly.
We have a planner that we fill out every day. It does keep us on track with our goals. I think what I will do is make sure that I write my goal at the beginning of every week, if not spread out through the planner.
Amanda just lovingly printed out my planner for February. And I'm just so excited because this is life-changing, you guys. It's absolutely life-changing.
That is our custom planner based on the work that we do. It's pretty fabulous. Okay.
I wanted to say one thing.
Okay.
Whatever the consistency is, like however you find it, right? I literally write on my hand consistency, or whatever my word is for that week, right? Usually it starts with consistency, focus, faith, and so it's right there every single day. It's right in front of me. So whatever you got to do, bring in that reminder for your environment. Yeah.
I love phone reminders.
Yes.
Just have them pop up in the middle of the day. Don't forget about your goals.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, you.
Yeah. Right. We have a great reminder that comes up, feels like it comes up randomly whenever we need it, right? And whenever it comes up, we both go, yay! And because, you just got to bring the feeling into it and all that.
And switch it up. So watch yesterday's Facebook Live on our Connected Growth Facebook page, because I talk about how I made a change in my kitchen. And what it does for me is it keeps me accountable to actively thinking. So switch up your reminders. Use your phone reminder for a little while. Use a sticky note on your steering wheel. Use a cover on your phone, whatever it is. Switch up your reminders. Otherwise, they become muscle memory and you ignore them.
Right.
So get your goal on there. I want to put reminders up everywhere, but I can't because my soon-to-be ex, he judges. I know, we totally get that, because we have husbands who are not super into, they're super supportive, and it is a very different situation, but they're not totally into the
they don't
stuff that we're into.
Exactly. So Giselle, you could literally do what I do and write on your hand, right? Because I'm an out of sight, out of mind kind of girl, and I need that actual reminder every single day. So you could put, if you have your own car, if you don't share a car, you could put reminders in there. If you have a laptop that's, yours and you're the only one that uses it, put it in there. Put reminders in your purse, wherever that's going to work for
Another one I would say is get creative, right? So light a candle. Light a candle with intention. And that means I got to pay attention to my goals.
Right.
He doesn't know that.
Right.
Be creative, right? Maybe put a little heart somewhere. He doesn't know the heart means, hey, you focus on your goals.
Right.
But he's not going to question it, right?
Right.
And so your case is a little different and sounds like pretty challenging, but it doesn't matter, because my kids are like, Mom, what are you doing? We all have people in our lives who we don't want to have the conversation with, or who we know are going to question us.
Well, and a lot of times it's you don't want to have the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Because when you have the conversation, it steals your confidence and your energy, right?
Yeah.
And so you don't have to, if setting up reminders is going to create the conversation, the literal reminders, than doing what Amanda said and just setting up, putting a heart here.
Yeah, she liked that idea. Yeah. We're glad you like the heart and the candle. And so just get creative, have fun with it. Don't let anything get in your way, right? Okay, this is a challenge I have. I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'm going to decide to figure this out. I'm going to recommend to you that you make it 2 hearts, one for me and one for Jen, and we can be your little sidekicks. And that'll be us reminding you to focus on you, focus on your goals, and make the changes. So, all right. So step 1 was to set a measurable goal. Step 2 was to lay out all the action steps necessary to complete it. Step 3 is where our magic happens. This is our specialty. This is what we're really good at. And that is identifying from the 4 pillars of success. If you have or have not listened to that podcast episode, go back and listen to it. From the 4 pillars of success: mind, body, spirit, and space. How are you going to implement all of those things toward your goals this month? So, mind, for example, you have to believe. If you don't believe, you're going to be in trouble, right? That pillar is going to start tipping. If you're not getting enough sleep, that pillar is going to start tipping. If you are not setting up your space with feng shui to support your goals, to support who you want to be, not who you are, your pillar is going to start slipping and you're going to feel off kilter. So the way we have it set up on our worksheet, if you're on a video live with us today and not listening to the podcast, we just set it up in 4 sections. So manifesting anything in your life, completing a goal, making a change, a clean separation with a partner, Giselle, whatever it is, there's always 4 parts to it. Always, always, always consistently 4 parts to it. Mind, body, spirit, and space. So you have to understand how you are going to contribute in all of those parts to get where you want to go. So if I look at this month's goal, I know that one of the spaces in my house that needs a lot of attention through feng shui is my bedroom. And so I put that in my space section for this month. That has to happen. I have to give attention to that space this month. Lighting candles consistently is hugely effective for me. It keeps me in this yummy, delicious feng shui zone. So that's in my space section. Sleep, meditation, asking for help are in my spirit section, that connections section. Getting quiet and hearing and allowing the support to come through. Body, sleep, nutrition, hydration. And then mindset for me is huge. Self-coach. If I'm not self-coaching, if I'm not conquering all my challenges through the work that I know, hey, Amy on Facebook, if I'm not coaching myself through my own struggles, through my own yucky thoughts, through my own house and my space, then I get in trouble. And so I have to stay in that positive. I have to keep my mind on track. That's huge for me.
Right. And all of those things are fueling you, right? They're fueling all of the things that you need to create those, to manifest those goals, right? So that's, you know, that keeping your energy up, right? And keeping you in that high vibe energy, because when you're in that high vibe, you are manifesting, right? You're manifesting the things that you want to achieve. And so a lot of times we're down here in this low vibration energy, and our goals are up here. And we're like, why am I not getting there, right?
Why do I keep failing?
You got to keep that high vibe, and you got to meet your goals where they're at, right?
Absolutely. And it's not like if you're talking about a money goal, right? Because a lot of people set money goals. If you're talking about a money goal and your plan is hustle, 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 hustle. Hey, Melanie. Then you're likely missing the whole body piece, which is I have to take care of myself. I can't just hustle, hustle, hustle. So if I keep not taking care of myself, I'm not going to hit those goals.
Right. Or your house is a mess.
Your house is a mess.
You're not taking time, right, to meditate and to be quiet so that you can, you know, because basically what meditation is it's just like feng shui, right? You're emptying out all the craziness so that you can allow the new energy in, right? And so all of these things, that's exactly what you're doing in all of the pillars, is that you're clearing things out so that you can allow the new stuff to come in.
Okay, awesome. So setting goals. Set a measurable goal was step 1. Step 2 was lay out all the actions needed to complete the goal. And by actions, I don't mean the meditation. That's part of step 3. I mean, like literally, I have to call the accountant, find a travel agent, like the actions.
Right.
So lay out all the actions is step 2. Step 3 is what are the manifestation actions? Mind, body, spirit, and space. How do I need to check in with all of those things in order to hit my goal? And step 4 is how will you feel when you complete this goal? Notice that now. Notice that now, because starting to feel those feelings now is what's going to allow you to hit the goal. And I know it's crazy because you're like, but I'm not going to feel relief until I have the money in my pocket. I'm not going to feel joy until I'm on the beach in Mexico. Whatever the thing is, like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Got to feel it before you get it.
Recognize how you're going to feel when the goal's complete.
Right.
And then start feeling those feelings. We have 1,000,001 tools to help you do that, but find a way. So I'll tell you, when I hit my goals for February, I'm going to feel proud. I'm going to feel excited. I'm going to feel hopeful. I'm going to feel relieved. And so those are the feelings I need to be feeling as much as possible this month. So when I feel frustrated, I need to think to myself, I need to pay attention and say, that's not getting you to hit your goal. What are you going to pick instead? How are you going to feel that thing instead?
I love that. And that could be the thing you write on your hand. Right?
Yeah, that could
joy.
Be the thing.
How do I want to feel in every moment? When I'm not feeling this, what do I want to feel? Oh, right there. I want to feel joy.
Yeah.
And then you start to feel that joy, right, in your body. Like, think of something that makes you feel joyful and feel it in your body.
That's it. Think. It's the thought. What's the thought that brings you joy? So, that's our 4 steps, but then there's 2 more things that are so super duper important, and they're not going to come until February 28th. So they're going to come at the end of the month, and you're going to say to yourself, what was the result I actually got? What did I actually create? Did I hit my goal? Did I exceed my goal? Did I totally fall under did I trip and fall flat on my face? It doesn't matter. You have to notice at the end of the month, or whatever set amount of time you're using for goal setting. What were the results that you actually got? And then the last thing is, what are the lessons you learned as a result of this goal? Not as a result of hitting this goal. What are the lessons you learned as a result of setting this goal and then holding yourself accountable to it?
I love that piece where you're like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to hit the goal, but but it's the awareness of why you didn't.
Yeah.
Did you, did all the things come together and you still didn't hit the goal, or did you, not do the certain pieces, right? And that's just such an amazing awareness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then at the end of the month, February 28th, when you do that review, whatever lessons you learn, you get to carry into March's goals. And again, it doesn't matter what time period you're using. The point is reflect, learn, keep going. Grow, 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 grow. We prefer connected growth because we really believe that you got to do this in community. You got to do this connected to your heart and your soul and your spirits and your guides and your gods. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have to say about goals.
I'm excited.
If you are watching live and have a question, go ahead and throw it out there. We will answer. If you're watching a replay or listening to the podcast in the future, send us a message. We'd love to help you use this information in a way that's actually useful and not just like, oh, I listened to this great podcast and then I did nothing about it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Which we know. We do that. We do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you're ready, you're ready. But create some kind of sheet like this for yourself. Create some kind of measurable goal sheet and check in with it. Right. You have nothing to lose. You can do it for a day. You can do it for a week. But create some amount of time that you want to set a goal and practice the process.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Awesome.
Good?
Yeah, totally good. Happy Friday, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
As always, thanks for listening. If you learned something today that can help the people in your circle, please help us get the word out by sharing. When you leave us a rating and review on iTunes, it not only warms our hearts, but it helps people find us. We are eternally grateful for your support, and we're looking forward to connecting with you next week. Until then, you can find the show notes at www.connectedgrowthcoaching.com. You can grab your journal and then get your shui on.